Are the cameras on?
And he's a man, and he's dead. He got assassinated with a made-at-home gun.
So
check your privilege.
he was old too.
3D printer?
Okay.
No, like made with wood. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back to 2 Jews, 1 Gay, episode 2. Samantha, we did it. People really doubted we'd make it this far.
They really, really did.
I'm Sarah R.W.
I'm Samantha Schwimmer.
And this episode is called, category is?
GAYmes.
GAYmes with a Y, like gay.
So.
Also, there's been some confusion, Samantha, that I want to clear up for people. People keep asking, who's the gay? Do you guys not know basic math?
Clearly, we're struggling here.
So, I'm bisexual.
And I'm bisexual.
And 2 bisexuals
equal 1 gay. That's just math. 1 plus.
Did
Or
Albert
0.5 plus 0.1
did Albert
equals 1.
Einstein die for nothing? That's all. You look really gay today
Thank you.
in your vest.
I mean, you know.
No one does a sleeveless vest like the gays.
Nobody brings sleeveless vest quite like a lesbian.
Like a lesbian.
Yeah.
You're giving full gay today.
And that's how I'm feeling.
Today
honestly.
is 2 Jews, 1.5 gays.
I mean, someone had to bring it.
Yeah.
Someone had to up the gay in the room. And I'm not afraid to do it.
I'm ready for action.
I think this is also incredibly lesbian.
Yeah.
The outfit is bisexual, like the green and the black, like that's giving bi for sure, but the vest is lesbian. Totally.
I've been really into playing Modern Warfare 2 lately. And I played for 8 hours and then I threw up and had to go to bed. But this, I think, is really makes me feel like I'm in the game.
Yeah.
So that's this.
You're ready.
I am ready.
For actual warfare.
I do want someone to shoot me.
You did ask the benefactor.
And I'm okay if the vest doesn't work. That would be a fun way to die.
I mean, it's a story for sure. I'd be heartbroken. But I mean, you know, you've actually reached a pretty big milestone in not dying.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm 28 now, everyone. I didn't die at 27.
So, like, you can't die now until you're, like...
At old.
Old. Because it's, like, once you're past 27... Like, once you're 28, if you die, it's sad.
Also...
Like, and it's not cool.
No, it's not cool.
So you have to make it to, like, at least 80 now.
I also feel like I'm talented enough to have died at 27.
You are. But...
Now
You
I'm
can't hold
washed
her
up.
down.
It's
You
okay.
can't.
Did you have fun at my birthday party?
I had a lot of fun at your birthday party. It was my first outing post-illness.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
What was your rose and your thorn of my birthday party?
Okay, the rose of your birthday party. I think that my favorite part of it was when some of the guests who were on mushrooms took me into a hallway and started asking me to take a tour of your art and thought that the feathers in your hallway were knives.
Yeah.
And then told me
I have
that
a lot of native artifacts at my house.
Yeah.
That's probably problematic.
It is, but
I
it's
got
okay,
it
we
though
forgive you.
from like a place where it's certified in Arizona.
Okay.
I got the story of the man who was on his deathbed who made the hatchet.
I mean, I think that's okay then.
I went to
It's, you know.
okay, cancel me. Cancel me for my peace pipe and my hatchet.
But anyway, and then she told me that she loved me, and I was like, I feel so loved.
That's so nice. You're a great shroom shaman. For someone who doesn't do shrooms, you're an excellent shaman.
I do my best.
My favorite part of last night was when Kyle Drake came to my birthday party and celebrated my birthday on his actual birthday.
And he was turning 29, which is like, that's a sad birthday.
Yeah.
And
that's the level of friendship I expect.
And he also like had his girlfriend drop him off on his birthday to your party and didn't invite her in.
That's wild. That is wild.
So he's really committed. My thorn of your birthday party was honestly the snacks ran out a little quicker.
The snacks really ran out.
The snacks ran out. They ran through.
But we have so much beer now.
Okay, well, we'll drink it. What was your thorn?
My thorn of my party, no one's saying happy birthday.
Oh my, because there wasn't like a cake. Honestly, that was the thorn. Like, where was the cake?
I don't like cake. Also, you don't buy your own cake.
Should I buy you a cake? Is this you saying that I fucked up?
Someone should have.
Do you like,
and if not you,
pie?
No, I would like a wheel of cheese.
Okay, well now we know. I'm so sorry.
Next year.
we have to start. We have to bring in the guest now
All right.
before you murder me.
Okay.
For not getting you a block of cheese.
We need someone to come quell this tension.
I just want to mediate.
Please welcome this week's guest, San Diego comic, close friend of the pod, Carlos Figueroa.
Yay! Welcome. Scum of the week. Scum of the week. Scum of the week.
Let's do this for an hour and a half.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I like we were coming off the party. The party was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was the party for you?
It was fun until I started getting bullied by the woman that was being nice to me. She was so nice for like the first 5 minutes. Like we were sharing glasses, we were bonding, we were being high on mushrooms. And then at one point, Samantha calls me over.
Turned.
Yeah, she turned and she was just like
turned so
she
fast.
was like hi, and then she was literally like, we were having a good time without you.
She's like, leave.
Yeah, it was very like elementary school, like
Yeah, like get away.
Yeah, it's like, all right, Carlos. At one point, she was walking behind me down the hallway. She's like, move, move, move.
Did you have anyone who treated you like that growing up?
Not like other kids, but like family members. I got bullied by like my family more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense.
Like
Yeah.
your immediate family or cousins?
Yeah, like cousins, but it was mainly like honestly like my dad.
It really reminded me of my
Yeah, my dad. I didn't really get bullied in school. It was all just my dad just making fun of how like a little fat kid I was.
He had a nickname for you, right?
Yeah, he used to call me Fatty Man.
Fatty man?
Fatty Man. He used to call me like fat. He used to sing it to me. Like he'd pick me up from school like Fatty Man, Fatty Man, Fatty. Because he thought it was like, but I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was like normal because like, and also he would buy me. I was like a pretty fat kid.
Were you a fat kid?
I was a fat kid. Well, it was weird. I think I got fat because he enabled me. Because originally like I was a short.
And it's because he loved Fatty Man so much.
Yeah, he did. Well, he used to
wanted
make
it.
me order, like he used to take me into McDonald's a lot, and he'd have me order my meal. And I didn't know how to order, like I didn't know like a number 7 combo. So I would order piece by piece, and every time I would order something, he would go like, fuck! So he would like, it'd be like we'd go to take McDonald's breakfast, and we'd be in line, and he'd be like, what do you want, fatty man? And I'd be like, can I get like a McGriddle? He's like, shit! and then like a hash brown, and he's like, all that? And then like,
But you would buy it.
yeah,
You
and
wouldn't say no.
yeah, he would say yes, but then at the end of my order, he'd be like, all right, that's what you want? And I'd go, yeah. He's like, okay, go up to the cashier, tell him you're fat. And I'd be like, I'm fat, and the cashier always loved it.
Yeah,
and
Fatty Man's best. How old were you?
I was like young. I was like, I think like up until like maybe 7, really young.
Oh,
really,
you're a baby.
Yeah, I had fun with it. But like one time we did it at an airport. It was always McDonald's. We did it at an airport, and I didn't eat like all day, which was like maybe like noon. I don't remember.
That's hard for a child. Yeah.
But he let me. He was like, whatever you want. You've been good the whole plane ride. Do whatever you want. Because we would do like we'd land like 2 different planes to get to one place. And at that place, I go, okay, I want the McGriddle, and then I wanted a breakfast platter. And he did the oh fuck, and then he's like, that's a lie. He's like, that's even more than me. and then I think I said, well, we're going to the plane. Who knows if we'll land or not? I think I was trying to like justify. I also had fun with being like the little fat kid. I didn't think anything was wrong with it. The only thing I didn't like was when he did it on other kids, because then it felt like bullying from them.
When did you start feeling like being fat wasn't cool anymore?
I think when it lost, it's like I think when like middle school, when like you start feeling like a person.
Okay.
Then it's like that. When you're a kid, you're like, I'm a kid. I can do whatever I want.
Right.
I loved being a kid.
I loved being a
I did
kid.
too.
Because there was no expectations of you. Dude, I remember the first time I learned what like the word balance was. This was like in like pre-K.
This was in 12th grade.
Yeah, this is like last year. This is like 2 weeks ago. This is
learned
at your
about
party. Jill was like, you dumb
When I
fuck.
learned about balance, it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah. Well, no, I remember, and I used to do dumb shit as a kid. Like I learned about balance, and I learned about walking backwards, and I would walk backwards, and I would do it to school, like from our car to school. And I remember the teacher would be like, "Nice job, Carlos." Everything I did was just.
I like that you had to learn about balance. Like most people just come upon it naturally.
Well, I did it naturally, but I didn't. For me, I think my always in life, I think I figure out things, and then there's an actual thing.
There's
for
an
it.
awakened
There you go.
moment.
Yeah,
That's kinda deep.
yeah. That's
I
always what
like
I did.
that.
Most people don't get that.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. There's always I also think I awakened late. I think I didn't awaken. Like I wasn't you know, like when babies, they're like, oh, they start
Yeah.
developing,
And they're like their
You
first
didn't have
memory.
consciousness until you
maybe
were
like, dude. 12. I swear to God, like I was so, it was in kindergarten. I remember my teachers, they used to take pictures of me when I'd sleep in class, because I would like, it was like I'd show up to class and I was in my own world. People would be sitting down for like roll call and I'd be jumping on the tables, and they wouldn't even try.
Did you tell me that you think you have a bad memory because you think you had trauma that you don't remember, or was that someone else?
I think that was me. That sounds like something I would say, or like I would hear someone say that and then repeat it.
Well, he doesn't remember it because the trauma.
Right.
So.
Because, like, you know, kids, like, are like, yeah, I don't remember anything until I was 12.
Yeah.
And then
That's a good point. Yeah, I probably. Well, it's I get highlights, and then but the problem is the highlights. Sometimes I'll keep digging, and then I'll stop it. I'm like, I don't need to know.
You're like, that's enough.
Once you got to fatty man, you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's enough.
Wrap it up.
The fat man stuff was definitely a fun one.
I think it's kind of cool though, because it's like I feel like fat doesn't have to be this like negative thing. Like, I feel like we've made it into this like negative thing. It just like can be and exist and like
In my dad's defense, though, I would do a lot of fat shit.
You're like, I played the role.
One time, like he made cookies, not like homemade, but it was like, you know how like they have in like the little bucket and it's like cookie dough.
Yeah.
He threw it away, but there's still some cookie dough left, and I used to love eating cookie dough. So we were all in the living room. Huh?
What did you do?
I went when they were in the living room. I was like, I need to go get like water, and I went to the trash can, and I was just picking out what I thought was cookie dough, and it was just butter. And then my dad came in, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he called my grandma. He's like, "Ama," and she was like, "It's Carlos," and she thought like something happened to me, and then she walked into the room, and he starts pointing at me, and he goes, "Trash." But my dad was like, he was like a kid when he was like 17, 18.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it was so funny. Trash. He like did trash picker.
I used to eat gum from under tables.
oh.
I used to eat salt under the table. I used to get the salt shaker, put it in my hand, and lick it off my hand.
I used to take gum that was stuck under
That's
tables
so disgusting.
and eat them.
That's,
Wasn't it hard?
You could get it moving.
you like spit on it. You're like
Just keep
Because my
spitting.
parents would never let me have gum. So I'm like, I'll
Not
find
even
it by
gum?
hell or high water.
gum was like one of the, I was not because you were saying earlier you couldn't have candy. Like I could have gum.
You could have gum.
Not candy.
My parents didn't
Although
trust
when I
me.
had like braces, I couldn't.
I broke my braces all the time.
That makes sense.
I never had braces. I wanted to get them.
Really?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who wanted to get them. I had my braces for 3 years.
You have
I did
really good
too.
teeth.
I just didn't take care of my teeth post braces.
I forgot who it was.
That's
Someone
what
asked me, they're like, are her teeth real? And I was like, I think so.
That's so nice.
That's
Yeah.
That's better than someone asking
nice-
for boobs are real.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, teeth are, whenever you see someone with really nice teeth, it's almost like a talent.
I have like gum disease.
They're real, by the way.
I for sure do.
I have fully have gum disease.
Gum disease?
Yeah.
Did you lie to your dentist?
How do you know? Your dentist told you?
No, like I like have to get treated for gum disease.
Jesus.
Dying? Are we gonna lose you?
It's possible. I'm not 27 yet. So.
What if she died at 27?
No,
for gum
I mean,
For some reason, I feel
what if
like
I became like the face of gum disease?
the teeth, the
like the
gums of gum
spokesperson
disease.
of gum
It gets really bad. She's
Like
like,
it could happen to you.
It's just your face smile. It's just blood. It's just like a faucet.
Yeah.
Hey guys. It's like the smoking commercials where they show like someone who's like speaking on it.
Yeah.
And it's just her.
It's just Samantha with a toothpick, and it's like covered in blood, like a knife.
We're not perfect, okay? We all have
I for sure. Well,
flaws.
I had bad teeth. Well, I just didn't floss.
She's pulling out the folder from
It's
behind
the first
her.
game, everybody.
We're doing it's
We're
game.
doing
First
the
game.
first game.
Okay, so this game is called Eclectic, Baddie, or Lesbian. The brief backstory is that a couple weekends ago, Carlos texted multiple people, which I
lot.
honestly am a little pissed that I wasn't the only one. I felt special. I was like, wow, he wants to like text me while he's drunk in LA. I feel so honored. But turns out you also got the same text.
I got the same exact
And like a
text.
bunch of other people did too, but it was like,
I thought it was just us. No.
no, yeah. I
It
was
might
like,
have been
if
just you guys.
If it
and
was just the two of us, I would have.
I just want to sound cooler. It was probably just you two.
But anyway, the text was, at first I thought I saw an eclectic baddie, but it turns out she was just a lesbian.
And that is honestly a struggle of the generation.
And today we're putting it to the test, which is, can Carlos tell the difference between eclectic baddie or lesbian? Number one.
Is she an eclectic baddie or a
Or
lesbian?
lesbian.
I feel like you want me to say lesbian.
No, say what you
Say
feel
what
in
you
your
say,
heart.
what their energy
I know,
is
but that's what I'm
giving.
saying. In my head,
Show the
I'm
camera.
thinking. I'm like anticipating. I feel like I'm gonna go eclectic baddie.
Okay. Lesbian.
Oh, I knew
Lorraine
it.
hit.
Dumb ass.
Okay.
Lesbian.
Really an eclectic baddie because she's bisexual.
Oh fuck.
So.
Okay, eclectic baddie. That one's not gonna trick me.
Lesbian.
You serious?
Loner lesbian.
Emily Dickinson.
She wrote about trains and horses.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
That's
a
eclectic
gay's
You're gonna
baddie.
get this one.
Okay, that's eclectic baddie. That's lesbian?
What's your final answer?
What's your right answer?
Fuck. Okay, actually lesbian.
Is she a lesbian?
I'm pretty sure she's just an eclectic baddie.
Well, she
Fuck.
was queer, but I don't think she was pure lesbian. So eclectic baddie.
She seems like
What if she is a lesbian? I'm so sorry to Billie Holiday if she was a full lesbian. This
seems
one
like-
is gonna be personal to you.
Oh, dude, I hope she's eclectic. You know, she's eclectic baddie. No matter what anyone's, I'm gonna deny it. If somebody, you know, people just.
I think she's a lesbian.
No way.
I think she's an eclectic
She's
baddie.
fucking
Canonically,
Shaggy.
she's bisexual, but
Is she?
I think so, right?
Since
They made her
when?
bi. They made her bi.
And Velma?
Or they made her gay.
Velma doesn't count though. That's
Either
another
way-
show.
Oh, fine, she's an eclectic baddie.
And Velma's canceled. Thank you, Mindy Kaling, for ruining an eclectic baddie for
Can
America.
I keep that photo? I need to decorate my
yeah.
room and just having a
Honestly,
Velma.
I
Can I
can't
keep
talk
this
about how much
photo?
money it costs
Wait,
me.
put it. I'm gonna get like fucking.
Wait,
crumbs
what
on
if
it.
you made a gallery wall of all of these?
Oh yeah, that would be. And I just
winner of the-
I practice
okay, ready?
before I go out to drink.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Eclectic baddie. No, she's lesbian, but I want her to be eclectic baddie.
Okay, well, she's bisexual.
Eclectic
Okay.
baddie.
So an eclectic baddie. And she also dated Cory Booker. And last night at the party, I was giving people previews of this game, except not Carlos. And nobody knew who Cory Booker was. And that hurt my feelings.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough for.
Who's Cory Booker?
Yeah.
U.S. Senator. For
Oh
New
yeah,
Jersey.
okay, yeah. That's why I don't know who Cory Booker.
You know, I think that he's probably bad at sex.
He really
Are any
likes to run,
senators?
which is usually a bad sign.
Yeah.
Men,
dude.
he's vegan and likes to run, and in my
Rosario
experience, that's a bad
Dawson.
sign.
Rosario
She's
Dawson
great, though.
pegs the fuck out of Cory
probably.
Booker.
Which is
for
well, they broke
sure.
up, but
She probably still does.
Yeah.
Probably.
you got this one. I have a lot of faith in you.
She's lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't.
Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes is one of the.
She's married to
She's so
a really
lesbian.
hot wife. Okay, this one's hard.
Is that Timothee Chalamet?
Eclectic baddie or lesbian?
I'm gonna say lesbian. I'm not gonna be tricked this
Correct.
time. I'm not gonna be tricked this time.
Accurate.
I would say lesbian. This pick. Tell me that's not a lesbian.
Timothy Chalamet is a lesbian.
Yeah.
He's a lesbian man.
Canonically-
And that's a thing.
Why are all the lesbians in black and white?
Because lesbians stopped being born after a certain time.
Grow up, okay?
But can
it's
we
the 21st century.
can we please establish that I do think that there should be a category called lesbian man?
And Timothy.
I heard that.
it.
Is that a real thing that there's lesbian men?
Well,
for sure.
I've heard people say that they're a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Interesting.
Is that offensive?
I don't know. We can think about it too much.
Sometimes-
I didn't say it. Someone else said it.
when it comes to LGBT stuff, I just yes and it. I'm like, whatever you guys want me to go with, I'll just whatever.
It's like a good improv.
Yeah.
That's probably good.
I don't think we're allowed to feel however we feel
Yeah.
about ourselves.
yeah.
So someone
Yeah.
feeling like a lesbian trapped in a man's body,
Oh, my mic fell.
I'm fine with that.
I always go back to it like
I fix it.
like
You fix?
like a nickname. Like if someone was like, "Oh, I'm like Jerry," but call me like Todd, I'd be like, "All right."
And then if you just called him Jerry, then you're a dick.
yeah, it's like, dude, we all know him as Big Todd. Like, so that's what, if it's like you want to be a lesbian in a man's body, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't care. Also, ultimately, because like I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it always goes back to. Is like I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing. I think, like, people should just do whatever they want, and then we can
I barely care about the Chinese balloon. You think I care if you're a man trapped, a lesbian trapped in a man's
Exactly.
body?
I don't
care
care about
that
anything.
China's spying on us.
Yeah,
I mean, they're spying on us in so many ways.
Because also, it's either it's gonna affect us and we can't stop it, or it's not gonna affect us and
Yeah.
we can't stop it. And that's how I feel about.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Can't.
Are you ready for the next one?
I feel like I swear to God I know her. She's a movie star, isn't she? She's a movie star. She's lesbian. No, she's an eclectic baddie.
I think she's, like, queer.
I think she
You
was.
think everyone is queer.
No, she is. Like, I got, like, she was on a list of queer. I don't know that she was lesbian, but she's an eclectic
I think
baddie.
she's an eclectic baddie. She was in comedies back in the day, wasn't she? She was. Yeah.
Who is this?
She was like a.
Tallulah is an eclectic baddie name.
Yeah.
She was an eclectic
Her
baddie. She used
last
to like
name
seduce
starts with a
men.
B, and I'm blanking on it right
She used to seduce a bunch of men.
now. Yeah.
Oh, I will accept nothing else except eclectic baddie. That was my pick for the baddest Eminem.
Right
The purple
here.
one. You just
Yeah.
like the new one. You
Whoa,
pedophile.
whoa. No, but women get mad when you
You don't
bring
even know
up
how
the
old
purple-
she is, dude.
She's at least
She's a
22.
kid.
She's 22.
No, they called them women.
I called myself a woman when I was a kid.
She's 22.
Ready? The last one.
Eclectic baddie.
Interesting. I think
She's
lesbian.
hard lesbian.
Or
Really?
or drag queen.
And she's the top.
Yeah, but
I feel like drag queen makes sense.
but not. But which I mean, to be clear, a lesbian can also be an eclectic baddie. I think what we've learned today.
Oh, it's like one and the same. Like that
It's
Demi
all the
Lovato
same.
song?
Yeah. All lesbians.
Poor unfortunate soul.
Yeah,
Okay,
come on.
also, do you have his prize for doing so good at the game Eclectic Baddie or
because you
lesbian?
did well. We're giving you this collector's item.
Which honestly, limited edition.
Limited edition. Actually, yeah. Now all mascots for Eminem are out.
All of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
It's related
they
to...
said because even shoes are political. Because remember when they changed the Greens' shoes?
Yeah.
Why is it upside down? That
Because
doesn't
they're flipping the script.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, read the back. It has a backstory.
We're flipping our packs to support women who are flipping the status quo. Also, they missed out by not putting queen size. It's about time. You can't. What a fake.
I just love it's like women.
Fickle.
in
Your
big
performative
letters.
allyship isn't wanted.
work. We don't believe it. This is a tough topic. This is like sensitive. I feel
This
like
is
I'm
really
here to mediate.
sensitive.
As somebody I lived in Mission Hills.
You grew up in Mission Hills. I think that's important to say.
So, for everyone who's not from San Diego, Mission Hills, it's a nice neighborhood.
It's like the nicest San Diego proper neighborhood.
It's
I
like
would say.
it's one of
It's
the
a real
oldest
neighborhood,
Yeah,
right?
it's one of the oldest neighborhoods in San Diego.
K.O. Sessions started
Yeah,
a
I mean it's
nursery there.
You serious?
yeah,
The oldest nursery in San Diego.
Wow.
All the houses are like historic. For
Yeah.
the most part. It's a cool vibe. I grew up there.
Rich Jew.
Look at me.
That is crazy. You can't say you're not. You can't live in Mission Hills and
not be
I
like-
live in the bad part. I live away from the Cato sessions.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
I saw a picture of you showed me like a Google Earth of your house. She has like really tall hedges, so you can't see the house.
They're really
Are we even allowed to go over?
Yeah. I mean, I don't live there.
But would your
That's what
parents?
they always. It's my parents' house.
Oh, no.
That's
What's
what
gonna
rich
happen when they
people
die?
always
Yeah.
say.
It's like, well, yeah,
I'm not rich. My parents are rich.
yeah. It's like break your arm. Who's gonna take care of your fucking dad? Your dad's gonna be like, dude, it's my money, and I need it now.
No.
So you grew up there.
I grew up there.
She went to a really expensive private
I
school.
did. I'm not denying any of this.
Also, I don't feel like people have to. I like when people are just honest.
No,
I think
exactly.
that's-
I'm like, I'll own it.
Yeah. Because I hate those people that are like
But
scared of it.
she drives a Toyota Avalon.
That was my grandma's.
So, you've been humbled.
Honestly, the Toyota Avalon is the nicest car I've ever had, and I don't even like it because it's like
It's big.
It's like too
It's
big.
grandma. It is a grandma car.
Yeah, my first car was a 1999 Toyota Camry. The thing is, we talked about
Iconic
Jews don't
car.
spend money on cars.
No.
They don't. Yeah, I don't
No.
like nice cars.
Jews
I don't
don't
like
sell me
that
on
my
cars.
car's a little
My
pricey.
dream car right
I'm
now
not
is
a
a
good
4Runner.
enough driver to have a nice car. That's also part of it.
I think my dream car. It's also like fantasy. I wanted for the longest time a Lamborghini and turn it into like a lowrider. And someone told me like that's not
Very
possible.
Mexican.
One day you could.
Aren't they
I believe
already
you.
lowriders?
Everyone says that, but I mean
want it
hydraulics.
lower.
Hydraulics.
lower.
I wanted to scrape the fucking floor. I want to not be able to go up. I want it to be impossible to go uphill.
That's really funny.
I just drive
Anyway.
around my cul-de-sac.
So my Mission Hills experience was like pretty rosy. It was nice. Childhood for the most part, You both have a little bit of trauma associated with Mission Hills.
So
And we're gonna air it.
I used to live in Mission Hills.
Yes, you did.
Boy, did I used to live there. I used to own property in Mission Hills. Mm-hmm. Me and my ex-boyfriend had a condo there. And that was taken from me. That was taken from me. And I now much prefer my current boyfriend, the benefactor. And we live in a house that he has. And I just sometimes miss living in Mission Hills and I miss the condo. And should I talk about how I broke in on my birthday? I might have broken into it recently. That's all I'll say about that. That's all I'll say about that.
Broke in on the birthday.
But it was an area that I picked to live because I love that area.
It's gorgeous.
I could run at night safely. I had such a good runner's body.
Can I just say,
What?
there are no streetlights in that neighborhood.
No,
and
but
feel
I would wear a
unsafe,
light
like-
vest,
Oh,
a light up
okay.
vest,
I'm, like,
and I
walking
would
there at night
wear
scares me.
a headlamp. Yeah.
There you go.
And-
Yeah.
So it was really nice, and I do miss Mission Hills. But you know what? Fuck them. What's your story of Mission Hills?
I never got to.
It gets like periodically progressively sad.
Yeah, you were like, I got it. But I think my great grandma, she owned a house there. I think it was either given to her or they got it when it was like first like starting up, and then when she passed, my family's just so fucking dumb. All the shit, like all the time, like I should be rich.
Yeah.
I should be. The amount, like, they got hit by like a Pepsi truck and sued, and then they just were like, we're not gonna go to court. Like that's my. So they, when she died, they had the house, and they're like, it's too much of a hassle. Everyone's fighting. We'll just give it away. And I think they sold it for like 10,000. It was ridiculously low.
No.
And I remember, or I think it was like my aunt or someone like had it, and they're like, I'll just take a payout, which is so stupid.
You guys needed a Jew on the job.
We did. Well, no. That's. I think we did. My one of my aunts had a connection. Her.
A
She had
Jew was
connection.
involved?
Well, she owned like a jewelry store, and I remember that shit like that. So I would hear as a kid, I was like, none of you guys thought to ask the people with money.
I like what's fun about Carlos is his idea of Judaism
Is money.
Well, not only that, but so my dad lives in Kansas City, right?
Money.
A few months ago, Carlos broke the clasp on his gold chain, and he goes, "Does your dad know anybody?" And I was like, "What? Like, does he have someone in San Diego he could call, like, who just has gold to do?"
Only because the shit I hear from the little. It's not even just Jewish, just white
Is this 'cause you
interactions.
watched Uncut Gems?
Oh no, I had this in my head way before. Well, because my aunt, she had a connection with that Jewish lady who owned a jewelry store, and and I'm also like, I have some connections through Jews. Like my grandma
You gotta get
was
into it.
raised by Jews pretty much.
Which is amazing.
That is
Yeah. Only actually wait no there's nothing wrong with being Jewish. You
Dark
can be
past.
Yeah.
You sent us that weird picture of her going like this, asking for.
Yeah, I made her do it.
That was exploitative.
Yeah.
She sent us a photo of his grandma, who's old, going like this, begging us for challah.
Yeah.
It made me so uncomfortable.
Really? Why? What, old people?
Old people begging, brown old people begging.
It's fine. It's my culture.
Yeah.
I'll make her challah. I still haven't. But
Yeah,
next time I make challah. I haven't made challah
Can we
since your
go
birthday.
bring it to her and
and
talk
I'll-
to her? Oh, she doesn't speak English? Or
No, she. Whoa. What was that?
I thought you had someone who didn't speak English.
Yeah, my grandpa doesn't speak English.
Okay,
Papa
so-
doesn't speak English. But my grandma, she'll talk to you. If you tell her, she'll bring up like, oh, they're nice.
Shalom.
She was raised by Jews. She has to be able to speak English.
Yeah, she's
That's true.
Yeah, she knows. I told her about. I was like, oh, do you know challah? She's like, yeah, I like it.
Raised by Jews in Mexico.
No. I forget the connection. It's also kind of sad. The problem is any story I have, there's gonna be a point where it gets
You're like, it's
sad.
actually not fun.
It's pretty much like I think her dad, some part of family, like there was a part of her life where she wasn't raised by her family, and she was raised by Jews for a little bit while in America. I think it was like they were too busy to watch her, and somehow I think the Jews took over.
The Jews stepped up.
Yeah, the Jews stepped up. They helped
You don't
her
have to
a
say
little
take
bit.
over.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's not take over?
the Jews
don't
took
take over?
over. Scary
take-
sentence.
Oh, it is? Well, Jews, have they ever taken over?
That's the
It depends on
point.
who you ask.
But it's like the conspiracy of it.
Yeah. That's
I don't
true.
know. My sister's fiance thinks, or no, not the fiance. My sister's fiance's family thinks all abortions are sent to Israel.
To do what?
Science.
Are they Christian?
They're fundamental. They're evangelical.
I just don't get the problem with that is like just there's some people in Israel that are just for sure like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? They're also just people
There's literally
Yeah.
they're just people in the Middle East
that are
that are.
wrong.
Oh no.
No, it's fine. Cut that out. Cut it
no.
out. We're just doing a bit. We'll cut, what is it? 34. We'll cut it out. We'll cut it. It's fine.
We can leave.
Well, speaking of brown grandmas raised by Jews,
That
this
was my
is
nickname in
how
high
we
school.
Jewish.
This is how we Jewish.
All right, our next segment, our next game, we are going to be naming our favorite Jews. And we're going to make you rank some Jews.
Yeah. Top 5.
Top 5 Jews.
You go first.
Oh, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
yeah,
is
actually, because then
how
I can
we
set Jewish. I made a list. So originally,
Oh no, you made a list
Jewish
of
list?
Jews.
and I checked it twice.
You know what happens when there's lists
Nothing
of
Jewish
Jews?
good.
list?
Nothing
But there's not a
good.
Watch Mojo top 10 Jewish list.
I don't know. I don't know if you remember like 1940s.
We don't have to get into it.
Yeah, we don't have to.
But there was a pretty
We're
big
not,
There's
list.
two that were
we're not
wrong.
gonna add
Big
this
list of
episode.
So here's my list. The
Five
only one
of
that's
you.
ranked is for sure number one. It's always Adam Sandler. That's gonna be a shock.
Great
Yeah.
Jew.
Always number one. He's put on for you guys. I found out what Hanukkah was through his like SNL like highlights. He did a lot for you guys. And he's
Continues to do a lot.
Also, people hate on him when he dies. It's over. Like everyone that's like hating on him, like and talk shit. They don't understand
Who
the
talks
impact.
shit on Adam Sandler?
Everyone hates on Adam Sandler. Everyone goes,
Really?
he's not funny, this and that. They don't. No one also has had a comedic run like Adam.
Yeah.
He's like a Katy Perry.
He's so
Where he-
rich, too.
Yeah, he's rich.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Great
you won't
guy.
hear anything. You won't hear anything.
Family
ever.
man.
He keeps his head down and like makes shit.
He's just a dumb fuck who has fun with his friends. What's
Yeah.
wrong? And he's
He
goofy.
wears basketball shorts.
Yeah, good guy, nice, Jewish. What more could you want?
nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly. So he's number one. Always, he raised me. His movies raised me. Always number one. I will always defend Adam Sandler.
Okay.
Even if it gets bad. Well, not that bad. But if it gets.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple scenarios. If Adam Sandler led a police rally, like pro police rally, would you still like him?
Okay. I'm trying to think of an argument. Well, here's the thing. He's from New York, right? Mm-hmm. And he's Jewish. Mm-hmm. I accept it.
Okay.
That's he's not, he's for sure, maybe not pro-police, but he's not anti-police at all.
If someone
He's not.
If someone was like, Adam groped me.
He wouldn't do that. Would honestly, I'd be really sad. I would just keep my mouth shut. I would be like, do you know how many people I've talked about Adam with? People are probably gonna call me. I'm gonna get calls.
You're gonna be the first call for a lot of people.
Yeah,
call
they're gonna be
you.
like, did you hear? And I'm gonna put my phone. As soon as they tell me, wait, you're gonna call me? I'd be like, don't. You better call to be like, it's okay. I'd hang up. Well, is it like, fuck, yeah. I
People
guess
called
it's
me
fine.
when Kobe died.
I called my friend before he
I
had an
was really
audition,
sad
and I
about
told him, and he's like, I'm about to, like, I'm next. And I
He
was like,
probably was so vulnerable that he got the job.
I think he got it, but he was definitely like, that was the hardest audition I've ever done.
I had to call my dad and be like, he was with Gigi.
That part of it.
That made me
ooh.
cry. I cried when I found
cried
out.
so hard. And
I
I cried, got drunk, and got a tattoo.
and he's someone that we forgave for.
He was against
well,
Jewish
he was
people?
proven
Wait.
innocent.
Well, what if Adam's proven innocent? I can forget.
Well, yeah.
Kobe wasn't really proven
He
it.
wasn't proven innocent? I don't know much.
I don't know.
about,
His wife stayed with him, Sam. So he has 4 daughters. So I don't.
I mean, like I love Kobe. Like I grew up on.
I grew up with
Lakers.
Kobe.
What do you want from the man?
Kobe.
He's dead with his
I
daughter.
know.
He
I
paid the
know.
price.
It's really sad.
That's the other weird thing. It's like he's dead.
so
It's so
dead.
Yeah.
that was one of the first celebrity deaths where it was like I mean there have been multiple, but like that was one where I was like so shocked and it was so sad. Like I felt like such an emotional connection to it in a way that I like wasn't.
It's also so random because like a helicopter incident.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of a helicopter
And how like
crashing.
the last moments were like him holding his daughter.
Oh
in
my
fear.
god.
Oh, don't say that
It's
now.
so sad. Okay, whatever. Adam Sandler will do no wrong.
Yeah.
He'll never.
If he
grope.
does, if
He'll
he's like
never
90,
grope.
he will never grow up. And if he's like 90 and they start going like his movies are problematic or something else, I'm like, who gives a fuck? It's too late. He
mean,
made it to the
yeah.
end.
It's fine.
His wife played my dad's wife on King of Queens.
Oh, for reals? Dude, that's the other thing. He's just a good guy. His wife.
He's friends with Kevin James.
I do. One of my favorite things about him though is like he never casts his wife as his love interest, but his like wife will be in his movies.
Yeah.
And he'll be like fucking like Drew Barrymore.
He's always fucking a
That's
baddie.
funny. Like-
He's always
like
fucking a
that.
baddie.
I like.
funny.
Well, it's even funnier when it's like Jen Aniston.
Yeah.
like one of the
Yeah.
hottest women ever.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is my wife. This is my
And,
real
and
wife.
she loves me.
Okay, who's next?
Oh, but
Okay.
I got Little Dicky up there. As a lady, he's like the modern Jew.
Yeah, that's a good
modernized.
way.
He's Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he's like
the millennial.
millennial
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. He won't have the run. He won't have the run.
No.
But he's like the,
Dave is really good. I don't know if you watched.
I
the
don't
show.
watch. Yeah, he's a Philly Jew.
Oh yeah, he is.
I know someone who went to Jewish sleepaway camp, and
Oh, I'm
he
sure
was
we
his-
know many people who know
Lil Dicky,
'cause
yeah.
It's just, you know.
What's the like the 7 degrees of separation?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it shorter with Jewish people?
Yeah, there's a thing called
Probably.
Jewish geography.
Geography.
Where like every time you and honestly like It's crazy. Like, this is like, okay, this is an example of it. There's a Jewish comic in San Diego, who I won't name, who's dating someone, and I was like, I know that man. I totally know him. I don't know where I know him from. And then I realized that I know his ex-wife because she was my Hebrew school teacher.
Jesus.
That's crazy. So he's older?
Like, kinda, yeah. That's
All right, so
crazy.
we have Adam Sandler.
Okay, Adam Sandler, Little Dicky.
Little Dicky.
Mac Miller, who was like another. I loved
Yeah,
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller's up there for me.
I got calls
Is
when he
he?
died. It was just my brother, but I was playing Pokemon Go.
You got called.
Yeah, I could have gotten calls. People knew.
Him dying was really sad, too.
Well, when he died, I was so sad, and I got annoyed because people kept telling me theories about it. They're like, Ariana Grande did it, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
The theories were fucked up.
I just let people die. I don't like how
Just
not
let
every
people
just
die.
let them
They're
die.
dead, okay? Get over it.
Just let people die, Carlos Figueroa.
Exactly. Yeah, and that would be my like fight. That'd be on my tombstone. Let me be. Yeah.
Let me rest in
Let me
peace.
leave me alone. I had enough.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
I like
But
that.
yeah, when he died, I was so sad because I was a big fan of his music, but not him. Like I found back when like Pandora was a big thing. I would have the main
Mac
station I
Miller
listened to was Mac
station.
Miller station. I liked a lot of his music. I was kind of embarrassed because it was like a white rapper, and he did make such amazing music.
Yeah.
And then when he died,
People like his music.
I was so bummed out. Also, he was so consistent. He never had he only got better.
Yeah.
And didn't he have a posthumous album?
Yeah, he did. And I think, and also they did it so perfectly. It was all songs that you could tell they were like close to finished or like there was a little bit different. And then they had Deluxe, which was just 2 more songs. They didn't do like 2 albums that were crazy.
Yeah.
Which that always sucks in rap because then you're like, dude, no way he had 8 albums. Like, that's ridiculous.
Right.
He probably just was spitting.
Writing a lot and
Yeah.
didn't intend for a
No,
lot
I
of
think
this
they
to
did
go
it.
out.
I think they did it tastefully, and like it definitely honored him, and I think it was well.
Yeah. Because also like
Jews handle death so well.
We do.
Like,
they do.
Jews,
You
like,
told me that, didn't you?
10 out of 10. Yeah, for your class.
And you
Jews,
want to
like,
know the
crush
flex?
a funeral.
The flex is that we handle death so well, and we don't even know what happens after.
Yeah, that's actually so true. And
Maybe
I think
that's
that's part of
why.
why. No, I think
Yeah.
that's why, because it's like you have to really like deal with it now, because it's not like, oh well, they're going to heaven. It's like you have to like create some meaning there. So.
Yeah, with out and afterlife.
Yeah.
That's what makes us so smart and funny
Exactly.
and beautiful.
Yeah, Jews are like ingrained in comedy. There's so many Jews.
It's because we don't think that there's an afterlife, so like might as
doesn't
well
count.
have your laughs now.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, you guys have like, you know how like there's like British humor? There's definitely like a Jewish humor.
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. You guys, there's a Jewish vibe also.
Oh,
you
for
meet
sure.
someone and you're like, oh, they're not. I wasn't say normal, but
It's
they're
called,
not,
it's called anxiety.
they're not regular.
God,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think we are weird, but that's cool.
I also think Jews are inherently anxious because we don't believe in an afterlife.
Well, I also think
What's the point?
there's like
Why?
people say a lot that like
I don't need a license.
the Jews are so anxious because like the Jews who survived and then were not able to reproduce were like the Jews who were anxious enough to like know to get out.
That's true.
Oh, it's like
And
a
so it's
survival.
like it's not our
survival.
fault.
Oh my gosh. Okay, evolutionary psychiatry.
I mean, it's literally not our fault.
You said like Jewish people are also good with like gay people, right? You guys are like.
it's not our calling card. Like we don't.
I just don't think, yeah. I mean, it depends. Like, obviously, there are like ultra Orthodox people who like iffy, but I'd say like even like modern Orthodox and then all the way to like Reform, like cool with gay people.
My mom's modern Orthodox now, and she's a big old lesbian. Shout out to
there
the
are,
Jewish
there
lesbians.
are queer modern Orthodox people.
It would have been funny if one of the pictures was your mom.
We should have.
Wait, let's cut it in. Now, last one.
For all the marbles.
For all the marbles.
For all the M&Ms.
For all of the fucking M&Ms. Is this a lesbian or an eclectic baddie?
Baddie. 100% eclectic baddie. She's a doctor.
It's my fucking mom that we're talking about. And she's a lesbian! She's a lesbian!
That
Your
makes
mom is the baddie lesbian mom. Sarah, you know it.
Also, she's a gun to hear.
Take this back. I don't want it anymore. Take it back.
She's like dangerous.
This
was
is a
good.
lesbian. I think she used to cosplay as an eclectic baddie.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
but,
She had you.
But she's
She had sex with your dad to have you.
she's a lesbian. My sister once found her strap on.
Oh, wow.
Sly. That's
Some
that.
lesbians really like penetration.
Yeah. I mean, what's not to like?
Next one.
Okay.
He's a clear favorite. He's like ingrained in culture. It's Drake.
Oh, I forgot about him. I'm a
Bar
little,
mitzvah boy.
I get a little peeved with Drake.
Because he's Jewish?
And he doesn't talk about it enough.
Well, he has a music
Kinda
video.
does. He used to talk about it more.
Yeah, and now it's not. He wore a cross chain once.
Oh, when he was like less a rapper, more when he like
Was more actor.
Degrassi boy, like he leaned into the Jewish thing, and then
He's had a lot of phases.
I feel like the more, he really does, which honestly is Jewish. I feel like Jewish people love a phase. Like I love.
I
a
respect
phase.
Also, he's had 18 million diss tracks about everybody who ever talks shit, right?
Well,
And then when Kanye started being the worst anti-Semite
He said
ever, he
nothing.
didn't say
He also
anything.
didn't back
He
up-
should have written a
He
Jew
also-
track.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
He should've
Megan
sampled fucking
The
da-
Stallion's
da-
so
da-
dirty too.
Yeah, I heard that. I remember.
Which pissed me off. He like did Megan the Stallion dirty. He like rapped about her in the
what did he
song.
say?
Like
He said something about like your foot or your
he
back.
he was
like,
like saying that
added
she
that it wasn't
wasn't
real.
real.
Yeah.
Which is like so ridiculous. I mean,
I know a lot
A
of people
black
think
woman
so.
got shot, and everyone's making fun of her.
and it's so
Not us. Remember that. Next time. Next time we mess up, just remember we were on the right side of history for
on this one.
We yeah, I know a lot of people that don't think she got shot. A good amount, which is
It's
so
just
insane.
so
Do
awful.
you think she got shot?
Yeah, I remember I would get into arguments. I was like, why would she lie?
I mean, she has literally nothing to like gain, and then yeah, I mean, like this is like a whole like can of worms, but it's just like
I just don't think like why, because then you're gonna shoot yourself in the leg. I just don't. That's the main reason why I was like, maybe it's because I don't want to get
That made me laugh
shot.
so
But I'm like. Also, it makes sense. Someone has a gun.
Yeah.
Someone also doesn't have a gun.
she also like literally tried to cover for him too. Like she didn't want him, like she tried.
But didn't she get
But he
outed
doubled
for like
down.
fucking like a bunch of people? And then that's what like
Who's the one that shot her Trey songs? What's his name?
no fuck the short dude. I'm taller than him.
You are?
Whoa.
Wait,
Carlos
wait.
taller than me.
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion got shot by a short king?
Don't he? Well, he's not one of us. What's his name? Fucking, it's a
Tory Lanez?
Tory Lanez.
Not
Tory
Trey
Lanez.
Songs, Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez did get in
I didn't
trouble
know.
for being a
Is
rapist,
it
didn't he?
Lannis or Lanes?
Lanes.
Lanes. Whatever.
But yeah, Drake he has a song "Hell Yeah, Fucking Right," and he has a bat mitzvah during that music video,
Yeah.
and he's like 24.
I feel like he's gonna like come back to his Judaism in like a big way. In a couple
When his
years.
like son's like it's time, he should
Yeah.
throw his son a bar mitzvah.
I hope so.
That's one of the best parts about being
I
a kid. is
don't
seeing a
like
bar
that he
mitzvah.
named him a Greek thing, though. The Greeks weren't friends to the Jews.
Who was friends with Jews? That should be the next game. Who was friends with us?
Honestly, very few.
Germany now.
I mean, part of it is like,
I'm
part of
sorry.
it is like it is our fault. Like we're annoying. I get it.
Okay. Samantha,
I love internalizing anti-Semitism.
we are
bad.
annoying as a defense mechenism.
Yeah, that's true.
I like annoying though.
I do too.
There's been, so I
Have
watched,
something.
I think that Mexican
Are
and
annoying?
Jews have like so much potential for friendship.
Food.
I feel like
Mexicans and Germans
Mexicans
have a bond.
mostly don't like other Latinos. There's lots of inter-Latino beef.
No, they don't like us.
I think you're right about that, actually.
They don't, like, and they get mad at. I always,
If you call a non-Mexican Latino
Which
a
is so
Mexican,
stupid.
they get real defensive.
which is also this.
I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah, this is a hot take of mine. Mexicans been carrying for a while. So much of what people think of like Latino culture is for like spicy. That's Mexican. Sombreros, Mexican.
Mexican. Tacos, Mexican.
Taco, yeah. Oh, and also, and it's not just that. There's a specific like Puerto Ricans have a run, Colombians have a run, but it always goes back. Like Mexicans almost take over like as their own race. Sometimes people go black, white, Mexican. They will sometimes they'll forget like Middle Eastern or like Asian.
There's this guy who comes around here sometimes who loves telling me how Mexicans haven't added anything to culture.
What?
Who?
He's culturally deprived.
Is it a white guy?
Yes.
I don't care about.
You want to know what's actually tough? He's Jewish.
No, they always are.
Okay, well, let me. I don't even know if this. No, it's not a hot take. Mexicans added more to American culture than Jewish people did.
Okay.
100%.
I think that-
You want to start a war?
No. I think that's
I
like,
love that I'm in the middle here.
I think
No,
proportionally.
you're not. You have to pick.
No, I don't.
Proportionally, like that's probably true. Or like, sorry,
At least
not
for where we're at,
proportionally, like, just,
California.
like,
Also,
over-
it's California. It's not
I'm saying
fucking.
like overall, that's true. Just like a numbers game.
I don't think either of you
But-
are being sensitive enough to
but
me about
Jews
this.
on the. I mean, you can pick.
No, I can't. I'm both.
Okay, but I think why pick? We're both contributing.
Wait,
We
can
both
you guys?
contributed.
Okay, you say Jewish, Mexican,
Yeah.
Jewish, Mexican.
Jewish.
Mexican.
Jewish.
Mexican.
That's your whole life. But you don't have to choose because you're Jewish and
I
Mexican.
think that-
it's not
I think
half. You're just like you're.
I think that I'm the perfect microcosm of what can happen if Jews and Mexicans combine.
I think
Maybe.
so.
Do you see?
It's beautiful.
Do you see the potential?
Well, look, it's like, yeah.
It's gorgeous. Okay, name another Jew.
This is the last. This is a hot take, and this is. I'm not for him, but what is it? I was thinking about like Jewish people that like had a hold on culture.
Yeah.
And I went with one, and I think I'm not wrong. Ben Shapiro. He had a run. He was the original Andrew Tate. He had a run.
He's
He had a
the
run.
less problematic Andrew Tate.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Slightly less.
Because remember, people were like, he's the problem. Well, like, yeah, he had a run, dude. He changed. Like, there's so many kids that are like, well, you know, yeah. I
There are people who literally like only talk like Ben Shapiro. Like they're trying to argue with you, and then they just
I
put on the
can't-
Ben Shapiro voice.
I cannot stand
Ben Shapiro.
the over-informed, under-socially developed, well-spoken Jewish man.
I hard agree.
when they
Hard
always
agree.
have rebuttals.
Yeah, and they're like, well, the thing that you don't understand is that
They cite things. I'm like, why are you citing things in conversation?
The citations, that's what kills me. As I'm like, I'm sorry that I didn't come prepared to our like discussion. Like, okay, do you remember at Madhouse that one time I got into that huge fight about
yeah.
They put on, it was about Dave Chappelle, and they put on the Ben Shapiro voice. And they're like, well,
Like, I'm sorry that you were gifted a filing cabinet for your bar mitzvah,
Name
you fucking nerd.
Name the gender theory you're citing here. I mean, they didn't say that, but they're like, name one example of that. Name one example. And I would like give an example, and they're like, well, that's not a good enough example. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, you're just talking. You're just screaming over me. I'm sorry that I can't get a point in.
Ben Shapiro just sounds like a Jewish Porky the Pig. In fact, I'm care about your feelings. Why is he stuck?
Now we're dehumanizing Jews. I love it.
Oh my God, he's not Jewish.
I
not Jewish.
I hate that he wears the yarmulke.
Well, that's what
That was
saying
the
is that
argument.
he put you on the map because he wore the.
Well, he was caring for a little bit. For a little bit.
It does annoy me.
But
and then-
carrying us where?
Well, it wasn't good. I didn't say it was
it's just like
good.
it's- No,
it wasn't good.
We've had bad runs. Mexicans have had bad runs.
I mean, yeah. We all
Name one
have.
bad Mexican.
6'9". He wrote. I remember for the longest time I'd be like, he's Puerto Rican, and then like when the World Cup was happening, he would have the flag a lot.
That's okay.
Yeah, so he lowered us.
That's
But who else do we have? We got some hits coming up. We got half of what's her name? Jenna Ortega. We're always on the cusp. It's
Yeah.
either we're
It's always the halves.
Yeah. Well,
Too much Mexican, it's not a good thing.
Well, yeah. When we get a full Mexican, that's when we don't know how to handle it. That we die. Actually, every full Mexican, Selena, Richie Valens,
there's not one full Mexican.
that lives. George Lopez, dude. When he goes, it's over.
I don't even think we need to share our Jewish goats.
You don't want to? What
You
can I just
want
hear?
it?
Your goats?
Well, Ivanka Trump,
She's Jewish.
She's Jewish.
Why is she a
modern Orthodox.
Converts are real Jews, so she's a Jew.
Converts are real Jews.
Converts are real. On 2 Jews, 1 gay.
Think that's for you, Mom.
Converts are real Jews.
Roman Polanski. Harvey
Bernie
Weinstein.
Madoff.
Bernie Madoff. Those are some really influential ones.
Yeah, you guys did add a lot to culture. It's mainly, yeah, you're right. You win this one. Wait, negative culture?
Yeah, I just said culture, man.
Barbara Streisand.
Oh yeah, dude, she had
And a baddie.
Yeah, she's a baddie. If you would have had her on there, I would have said lesbian.
Yo,
What?
guess where George Lopez was born?
Where?
L.A.
Mission Hills.
Are you serious? Holy shit, that was the time.
Do you think he bought Carlos'
And he's
house?
Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh my God, George Lopez
George
stole
Lopez
Oh my
lived
God.
in their
grandparents'
house.
house.
That would be the sad. That would be me though. No, it's always sadder. And then I go, can I see it? He's like, fuck no, get the fuck off my house.
Are you ready for another game?
Yeah. Well, what's the?
Okay, this game is called Who Said It? Sarah or Sam? Are you ready?
Yeah. Go.
Okay, the first quote. Why is it called a unicorn? Where's the corn?
Sarah.
Ding, ding,
Crap.
ding, ding, ding.
That's correct.
One right.
Men singing.
You got more to go.
Don't get cocky. Yeah. Men singing really annoys me. That's a woman's job.
Also Sarah. Whoa.
That was me.
That's Sam. This isn't
That was
funny.
me.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's a woman's job. It's true. On American Idol, when the men go far, I'm like,
Sometimes when men sing, I'm like, shut up.
I love some of my favorite singers. They're always, but they have to sound like a woman. If they're a man, they sound like a woman. It's always like the street.
Yeah.
I don't want a baritone.
like you like Frankie Valli.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who that is.
Four Seasons.
You would know.
Sherry, baby,
Maybe. You have to play the song.
We will later for you. Okay, ready? The car does smell.
Oh yeah, that's 100%. That's you.
I heard about your stinky
Oh yeah,
car incident.
can we explain that? So the other day when we were really drunk, we were parked outside of this house.
I was not drunk.
She was the designated driver.
Yeah.
But as soon as she gets in, she goes. They're like talking, like, well, where are we gonna go? This car stinks. And as soon as she, because it's my car, as soon as she says it, I go, I'm not drunk enough to forget this. I'm gonna remember this. And as we're driving, my car stinks. Huh? My car, it stinks. Let me roll down all the windows for you.
What did it stink of?
We figured out the part of the problem. I had meal preps and I was finishing.
I'm like dying laughing.
They were closed, and I just didn't take them in the house.
That's disgusting.
It's one time.
I know. It's one time it was disgusting.
So he drove me yesterday, and he's like, I don't even want to let you in the car.
Did it still smell?
I was I hadn't been in my car for a few days.
It got worse.
It got worse.
You said it was one time.
It was 2 times. Which is what, but it was with her, so it was 1 time.
I'm in pain. Okay, it was so funny. And there was just like raw.
I didn't. At first, she was gonna come into the car, and I was like, no, you can't come in.
And you have like a nice car.
It's a nice car. I like your car.
I've had
Your
a good,
car's nicer than Samantha's car.
Yeah, it is.
I've
Like,
had
I
good
like
runs.
your car. Your car's a great
How
car.
does it feel to have a nicer car than a Jew?
I don't want a nice car though.
Everybody has a nicer car than me.
Yeah,
Not really
I wanted a bucket, but yeah. So
I do have a nice car. Though.
we fixed the problem though, and we talked. But I did. I remember I told her, I was like, when she was like, "What questions do you want me to ask?" I was like, "Ask me about my fucking car. Ask me my car."
Okay, are you ready for the next quote? Mm-hmm. If I was president, I'd make everyone still call me Mr. President.
Fuck. I feel like either you could say that, but a part of me wants to say Sarah because I feel like you would go for president.
Yeah, that's me.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Very good.
Tradition matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna call me Madam President?
Yeah.
Call me Mr. President and respect me.
Well,
like all my
respect the
presidents.
vest.
Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah.
You always have that on.
At my inauguration. I like honestly, Zaddy Zelensky, Vladimir,
Oh, okay.
Volodymyr.
Mm-hmm.
A Jew. A Jewish comedian.
He's always wearing one of these and he looks sick.
yeah.
Jewish
It's his new look.
comedian.
Bulletproof vests are in right now.
They
I
are.
feel like, yeah.
I think so.
So are guns.
Okay, ready for this one? I know you'll like it. Council member, redacted, doesn't care about his constituents.
That was Samantha. We were driving through. She was driving me home, and there's a bunch of potholes, and she was like, and I was like, oh my god, there's a lot. She was, that's because what? And dead serious to me and Frankie. That's because what's his name doesn't care about his constituents. And it was the hardest I've ever laughed at what Samantha's ever said. I was like, who gives a fuck about?
One of my favorite things about Samantha is how hard she goes for local politics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the most important part, though. We should be going for local.
Yeah.
politics.
And then state, and then we shouldn't give a fuck about federal.
Yeah, because also it doesn't. Also, can we stop acting like for presidential stuff? Our vote doesn't matter. It does. I hate when people like we should be voting.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem is people are stupid. So if you say our vote doesn't matter, they're gonna take it to everything.
Right.
But for president, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's something like, yeah.
It doesn't.
It's
matter.
yeah.
It goes to like electoral and all that other stuff.
It doesn't matter like the fucking Chinese
But you should
balloons
still
don't
vote.
matter.
You know,
Yeah.
you could do it.
You get what I mean.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this one?
I'm winning, so that's 3, and I.
That's
You
pretty
got
good.
2.
Ready for this
No,
one?
because that's.
Oh, you got
2
3,
for-
you got
yeah.
3.
Or
Fuck
4 actually.
Jojo Siwa.
Oh, that's Sarah. You know-
Both of us.
Both of us.
Trick
We hate-
question.
fuck.
She's out.
We're not into it.
I liked her for a second.
Isn't she lesbian?
Yeah.
I
What
read
did you
yeah.
when she turned? You turned.
No,
No,
when she
she's
turned,
like-
I liked,
she's
and now
annoying.
she's annoying as hell.
Oh, about being.
She's a
lesbian.
She'll
Disneyland
figure it out,
person.
though.
She's always going to Disneyland.
I don't like Disney guys. I'm sorry.
Not. I
There's
love
Disney
I don't
gays?
like
Sorry.
Disney gays either.
I'm
I don't like
sorry.
Disney adults. I love Disneyland.
Yeah, Disney.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be my whole fucking
Yeah.
personality.
I like it when you can be really into Disney, but I just don't like that when
I just
people
want to hear about it.
yeah don't make it your
hear
main
it.
personality because
Yeah.
I had family members that were really into Disney, but they also like talked about other shit.
Yeah.
If you went to Disneyland, would you go for the full day, like until open to close?
Probably, but because I was like that was like our vacation, so like for me in my mind,
No, but like if you went this weekend,
yeah, I'd probably go for a while because I don't know when I'm gonna go
do
again.
you like Disney?
I have a conflict. Amusement parks are like overstimulating for me, but I loved it as a kid.
I, for my birthday a few years ago, went to Disneyland with my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, we have to get there 15 minutes before open so we can be one of the first people in the park. And we just like make a mad dash, like I mapped it all out. So we rode like every single ride besides Matterhorn by 2 p.m. And so then I'm like, all right, what next? Like now we get to redo our favorite rides.
Yeah.
And like maybe go souvenir shopping.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
meet
gotta go
some of,
souvenir.
maybe meet Mickey in Two Town. And he was like, what are you talking about? We did all the rides. We're leaving.
Yeah.
And I was
so
like,
cool.
what do you mean? And he was like, I'm tired. We're leaving.
I
And
hate
he was
the
like, what
tired
did you think we were going to stay
You
till?
can't be tired.
And I was like,
Disneyland. That's
until the
lame.
light parade in Fantasmic at the end of the night.
Actually, true. Yeah. If you don't stay till that, it's like, what the fuck are you going for?
No, if you're going, you have to go.
I sobbed.
As you should have.
And he made me leave.
Are you serious?
fucked up.
Dragged me out by the ear. I'm just kidding, not like that. But he made
By
me
my
leave.
Mickey ear.
Like I literally I had like my souvenir and was like stuffed animals holding it.
Yeah.
Like I just really want to stay. And we drove back home in silence.
See, we need to go back so we could change
Yeah,
That was
that
the last
memory.
time I was there.
Yeah,
the
see?
best times to go also are like, I love when
October.
it's themed. October. That's when I went. It was Halloween.
October's
themed.
a really
He
good
made you
one.
leave
Christmas theme. Yes.
Oh my
He
God.
made me leave
That's so
Halloween
lame.
themed.
That's so
And I
lame.
stayed together with him for a couple of years after
That's-
that.
Did you
You
bring that
should've
up
known,
in fights?
Sarah, that's your
That's something I
fault.
bring back up.
No, but when I would be mad at him, like I'd call my sister and then I'd be like, you know.
Disneyland, now this?
Yeah, exactly.
Those two.
That's so funny. Okay, we have a one more for you. This is a good one. I would open for Crystalia.
Oh, it's fuck.
This is a tough one. It's a toughie.
Oh no, I don't think it would be you. I think it would be Sarah. I think you would say that, but who would actually do it? It'd be Sarah.
Neither of us said that.
Neither of us said that.
Neither of
There
us
are
would do
others.
that. Neither of us would say it. You want to know who did say it?
It was a
men.
Jacob. We're saying
We're
names.
not cutting it out.
Cut it out.
We're not cutting it out.
Jacob, we are not cutting it out.
Well, here's the thing. Oh yeah, that you're right. You guys were anti it.
Anti.
Yeah, because
One girl said they would.
the thing is, I would not open for him because one, it's wrong. Like, and I just like don't want to support that platform.
Oh, so you have to. It's being on tour with someone. You have to.
I
hang
would
out
have
with
to
them.
spend so much time with him, which is awful. And then like, I'm not gonna put myself in that position.
Here's the
and
thing
then,
that I know is that if I went on tour with him, by the end of it, I would be like, he's a good guy. Like he would, you know what I mean?
That's the other thing. I'm too. I don't even know if it's empathetic, but I always go. No people are just evil.
I'm
well,
like,
I agree.
tend to
I agree with that in principle, but it's like
I tend to side with whoever's right in front of my face.
Good
I
to
don't want,
know.
so I don't
That's
need him
fair.
to be in front of my face.
Good to know.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Well, it's also like a thing of like, I just I don't. There's a point where like I don't need to be around you.
yeah.
There's people where it's like I don't need unless I really care or fuck with you. If you do something shitty enough, it's like if I care enough, I'll be like you fucked up, but I'll still like unless it's like genuinely like you're a piece of shit.
It's now a bad time to let you guys know I am opening for Bill Cosby.
No, now it's the perfect time.
I'm like so curious to see what venues are gonna fucking let him.
It's
play.
theaters. They don't
Isn't
give a
it
fuck.
hard to
It's
not
just
get a
so
ticket,
dumb.
to not want to go?
To not want to go, I think it's well because if you
Just to be part of the moment.
No.
It's just, I'm not saying I will. I'm just
I
saying
know.
it's hard.
It's so like. I am curious. I'm curious about like what the fuck he's gonna talk about, but then I'm like,
he's probably just not even gonna acknowledge.
I feel like he won't sell tickets.
What if you just blabber it like, it doesn't like,
the thing is, like, you've seen him, like he doesn't look well. Like I'm like, how
isn't
is
he blind?
he's like, I don't even know that they're gonna do. I think they were just like floating. I think sometimes they would just like leak stuff like that to see if like there's any traction, and I think people were like, no.
Didn't he come out of jail in a stretcher?
I don't know. He doesn't look
He's
well.
blind. He's just wheeled on stage. He's just doing the
Okay,
hits.
if Bill Cosby is on a stretcher for his show, I'm going.
That honestly,
That's
for that, I
crazy,
would just
but-
because then the whole show we could heckle, we could take pictures. Like, look at this bitch.
Yeah, what if I go and sabotage?
But then you're still like paying money.
Well, okay, what if we don't pay? We get
If
What
we get free tickets.
What if I sneak in?
Okay.
what if I have a friend that works there that I haven't told
Yeah,
anyone because I've been
that's
saving
fine.
it for a good moment?
Where is he performing?
I'd assume it'd be like Balboa.
They
gonna be a
let
huge-
Crystalia play.
If we don't go to Bill Cosby, can we go promote ourselves?
There, yeah.
Yeah.
Will they
Come
come?
Outside.
support comics
Come support
who've never
actual- yeah.
date raped someone.
Yeah.
They'll probably be like, oh,
I'm a comic and I've never date raped. At Sarah RW Comedy.
Yeah, that is a good thing to put in your bio now.
I've never date raped. Yeah. I never once date
I pinky
raped.
promise. Okay, are you ready for the next segment?
Yeah.
Not to rush things, but I have to pee, so we gotta keep.
We gotta keep
All
going.
right.
Are you ready? I put it on the clock.
Next segment, you give us any feedback and say anything you want to us. For 2 minutes, we can't say anything back.
It's gonna be
But I'm
so
gonna
hard.
hear it after.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
maybe. You may.
We might cut it, but probably won't. Ready?
Okay.
Go.
All right. Let's start with. I guess
5, 3.
I guess for Samantha, I don't know. I guess maybe like you could, but the problem is like we all. If I'm just, I'm also admitting some of the stuff I'm saying to you guys is also like I do this too, and it's also just a projection of me. Samantha, I feel like sometimes you'll just go with the flow too much, and you'll just like or you'll make people happy, which is you'll like make. I hear feedback.
No, sorry.
And no, I mean the problem is you don't keep your fucking word. That's my problem with Sarah. You don't keep it shut. You always gotta get your fucking word out with Sarah. Sarah around. Sarah always has to be right. She's bitchy. No free things. What else? But yeah, I guess for Samantha that's it. But just like I feel like you do, which is it's a nice thing. You should do more for just you because I think you go for the group a lot. And then for Sarah, what is it? I don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing is the parts that I think that people would have an issue with. I also either number one like or I don't see. I'm like, oh, it's fine. There's enough good to weigh out. Oh, I guess with like women, you're weird with women, aren't you? Like you hate women. Like you're a fucking bitch. You're like, oh, you're a guy's girl. You're like a guy's girl. That's my biggest problem with you is you're like a guy's girl. I'm kidding. We're just doing.
You got 15 seconds, motherfucker.
Oh, you're gonna do it back to me, aren't you?
No.
Wait.
No.
You can do it back. Do it back to me.
No.
Please do it back to me. I won't do a real one until you do it back to me.
Okay, your feedback is.
Do the 2 minutes.
Can I just say, first of all, it's so funny that my insult was like, you're just like such an amazing person. You're
Mine
like,
was, I'm a bitch.
honestly, I don't really have any.
No, I'll be honest.
My feedback for you is about your car. I told you that. That's
yeah,
the
the
one
car.
thing.
That's
I'm
a
like,
no.
if you
My
if you
room's
eat
clean.
lunch, don't leave your fucking leftovers in your car for 2 weeks to the point where it reeks. That's my only feedback. That's my
Yeah.
one note.
Can I go hard?
Go hard. Go. I need hard.
It's not hard, but it's genuine.
Yeah, go genuine.
I think once you figure out how to realize the things you can control
Yeah.
and not focus as much as the things that aren't in your control, you'll level up majorly.
In like comedy or just like life.
Every way.
Yeah.
But in comedy is like, I think the thing most of
That's
we care about
that's
the
really
most.
good feedback.
But I think sometimes I know you feel like life is happening to you, and you get really bogged down by that. And I would, if I could like give you anything like that, it would be like to not internalize that as much and just like have you walk in your power, man.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, this doesn't sound dumb. Can you give examples?
Well, it's just like when little bad things happen, you're like, of course, like this is how my life goes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like such a fatalistic way of living. And I think like it's confirmation bias. Like if we believe bad things happen to us, we'll only see the bad things.
Timer's up.
Yeah, I agree.
So now
with
give
that.
me a real one, bitch.
A real one? See, this is gonna sound bad, and this is like a level. Like if I had to do it for like
Hold my hand.
like Jacob or Frankie too, I'll ignore stuff or like I won't even picture it because like there's like a level of like how much I care. And also it's like my standards are super low. Like my family's like so insane that it's like, well, she's not like hitting me. But if I guess like a real genuine one you is like I do, but it's also like it's genuine, like you're just like depressed sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like I wish maybe like you were able to. I guess maybe you saw yourself the way other people saw you, because I genuinely do think like you are one of, and that's like kind of a cop out one. But you're one of the funniest people like I've ever met. With you, like genuinely, you and Jacob and Frankie's there too. But I think it's like clearest with you and Jacob. Where like when I'm with you guys, it's so like, and it's like stomach laughing that like it's like nostalgic of like childhood stuff. Where like we were just having fun with you. Like I like how. Now this is just how much stuff like I like about it. But it is just that. I think it's just sometimes you're hard on yourself, or it's stuff where like you don't get like a fair shake at things for you. And I think that's a little like unfair to you because I think you're so talented and if you just push through that. But that's also fucked up because like
no, it's a fair criticism. I could be better.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's maybe just like
we're all connected.
We appreciate your feedback.
Yeah,
we accept it.
And I am a bitch.
And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I really have to pee.
Yeah.
So we need to move to our last segment.
What's the segment?
So our last segment, if you don't remember, it is Mein Kampf of the day. Mein Kampf coming from New York Times bestseller, selling author Adolf Hitler. Mein Kampf means my struggles. So what's Mein Kampf for you?
Of the week.
I hope I just get this fucking job. Like I've got to remember.
Waiting.
Yeah, it's waiting now, but now I'm more. I swear to God, I'll have 2 days where I'm getting this bitch.
Yeah.
You're getting the job.
I think it's for sure.
Why wouldn't they hire you as a receptionist?
I know. And they're short. All this other stuff. There's so much stuff. I have a receptionist vibe. Also, I remember
You're gonna crush it.
when I was talking to them, they're like, they want they were with the men receptionists. They want soft customer service. They want it. Yeah. Exactly.
Is the term receptionist emasculating?
I don't give a fuck. With how much money I'm making, call me a bitch. I don't care.
Yeah.
What's your comp?
Honestly, that I was sick. I was sick.
You
I had
missed
a
my
fever.
birthday.
I missed your birthday. I
I brought
had to
it up to her.
I had to cancel a show.
You had to cancel a show?
I had to cancel a show, which sucks. I also thought I was being dramatic. I was like, I'm not even that sick. And then I took my temperature and I had a fever. But I'm very grateful. People were really nice. People brought me things.
I canceled on the show.
What's your comp?
My comp is that, so on my actual birthday, which was this last Wednesday, all I wanted to do, during the week, birthdays are always hard.
They're tough.
So you set your expectations correctly. All I wanted to do was go to karaoke and sing I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan by Danny Osmond. And we go, I get a small group. Carlos was there, Jacob, and Frankie, the 3 of us. I ran into a lesbian that I know.
That's inspiring.
She was there. And I put my name in, and the girl before me is on stage. I'm getting ready for my big birthday moment. Because I can sing the fuck out of that song.
Yes, you can, girl.
You must be swift as the course. Anyway, there's a breakdown also. I love a song with a break.
Probably that day earlier.
And the power on the block goes out right before. And my pants broke. My leather pants.
And as soon as the power went out, there was also a gay guy that was there. Just
2 gay guys.
As soon as the power went, no, there was remember the Mexican guy?
Oh yeah.
As soon as the power went out, I was like, oh my God, no one touched my dick. Which is also so funny to say.
And then these 2 other men who we don't know their sexual orientation, but as soon as the power went out, these 2 men rushed to the men's bathroom, and I follow them. I go one at a time.
That's really funny.
And they still didn't come. They took them a little bit.
Also, another girl shows up wearing my same coat, which was a statement coat, and I go up to her and I asked her to take it off.
As you should have.
I was like, it's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
And she was like, oh, you want me to take it? And the guy with her just laughed.
Yeah, the guy who was with her thought it was hilarious.
Well, you are.
It is a funny
Sucks for her.
thing.
Well, I'm sorry that your birthday was ruined. I'm sorry that you're stressing about the job. I'm glad I'm feeling better. This is a great episode.
I thought it was a solid one.
Solid?
Yeah.
Carlos, plug anything.
Plug.
You can follow me on Instagram at Carlos Fig Newton. So it's Carlos and then Fig Newton. There's no. It's like the cookie and
It's not a cookie.
It's not a cookie.
I don't. When I made that
cookie to
username,
me.
or it's originally for my email, I didn't know about the cookie. It was like Fig because Carlos Figueroa, and then I lived on Newton Avenue.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I remember I made it, and
Oh
people
my
were like,
God.
"Oh, like the cookie," and I was like, "What cookie?"
They're bad. I hate
I know,
Fig Newtons.
and then
I love
had
Fig
them.
Newtons because I wasn't allowed to eat real cookies, so I ate Fig Newtons.
Jews always eat Fig Newtons.
They're good.
What's a fig?
It's a fruit.
It's a fruit. We have a fig tree. You want a fig?
Yeah, you want
Let's go get figs.
Yeah,
Guys,
go get figs.
we gotta go.
This
We
is how we
gotta
do
get
it.
figs. I'm
I have to
Sarah
pee so
RW.
badly. I'm Samantha Schwimmer.
This is Big Carlos Figueroa.
I have to pee.
This is
I'm
a bi-weekly
running.
podcast. This is a bi-weekly podcast because we are bisexuals. Come back next time for episode 3.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
Na 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 na.
Yay!
I have a bomb at the end of it.
There's a grenade somewhere in my house. Go.